This shit is not easy, but it's worth it. PocaSPEAKS. This shit is not easy, but it's worth it. It's all about community. Spirituality is important.
Y'all come on in.
PocaSPEAKS. This shit is not easy, but it's worth it. PocaSPEAKS. This shit is not easy, but it's worth it.
Y'all come on in. It's about to get real ghetto real quick, real fast.
It's all about community. Spirituality is important. PocaSPEAKS.
Hey, auntie girl.
This shit is not easy, but it's worth it.
One of those ones, y'all.
PocaSPEAKS.
All right, good evening, good afternoon. Well, not evening, good afternoon. I hope all of y'all are feeling well, doing well. Y'all know usually on Thursdays I don't come on here on my live because I do Throne Talk, the podcast at night. So I be trying to rest during the day and get my mind right. But I had to come on here and read to y'all some of the jaw-dropping tea that is on this daggone lawsuit. Okay? So let me catch y'all up to speed because I'm doing a lot at the same time. Okay. I was in the process of rolling me one. Sorry, auntie, I know you on here and I love you so much. But I was in the process of rolling me one because the tea was getting so heavy. I needed a smoke break. I felt like I was in it. I felt like I was living through the words in this daggone lawsuit. So I had to get on here and read this to y'all because I'm sitting here reading it and I'm like, somebody gotta hear this. This is madness. This is crazy. Like, we've been hearing about the whole situation here and there. But I personally didn't take the initiative to go look through the actual lawsuit to see what was being said. So this is why y'all see me in my hair scarf right now. I do have clothes on. I know it don't look like it. I do have clothes on. But this is why I'm kind of like dressed down and not really giving what I usually give because I wasn't even expecting to come on here. But this is just too much tea for me to sip alone. Okay, so I thought about y'all and I wanted to include y'all in this. Now, let me catch y'all up to speed for those who don't know what's going on. And I'm probably going to end up smoking after this live because I can't even concentrate on what I'm supposed to be doing right now. But let me get y'all to see what's going on. So if you don't know what's going on, a couple of months ago, actually like a month ago, really, Cassie, which is Diddy's former long-term girlfriend, sued him for a couple of different things. For, grape. Y'all know I can't say the word. Grape. Auntie, you can stay. I'm just about to go through this lawsuit. It's up to you. Grape, okay, assault, and some more stuff, okay? And he quickly paid her $30 million. Quickly. I think we found out about it in less than 72 hours later, she was paid. Okay? Cash Apped, Zelled, PayPal'd her coin. All right? So that already goes to show, like, something's a little fishy. When these people usually pay out real quick, real fast like that, it's usually because they're trying to hurry up and get stuff out the way, hurry up and get it over with, not draw a lot of attention, not have it spill over into other things, and usually because they're guilty, right? Because a hit dog gonna holler. If you're not guilty, if you didn't do it, you're not gonna sit there and let somebody accuse you of something that wow, and you not stand up for yourself, and you not say no, this is this and this is that. So I mean, we already know that Diddy has been all in the tabloids, all in the streets, okay, for allegedly doing a lot of stuff. Okay, and let me just say this. Everything I'm about to say is based on this copy of the lawsuit. It is all alleged. Okay, so don't come for me. I'm just reading what's on this paper. And that's just that on that. Okay. Now, this current lawsuit involves a lot of different people. Okay. Number one, let me scroll back to the top because I had it already pinned on the juicy tea. But let me go back to the top so I can let y'all know all the people that is in this damn lawsuit. Okay. Or the people who are being sued in this lawsuit. Okay. So number one, you got Sean Combs, which is P. Diddy. You got his son, Justin Dior Combs. Okay. You have the Ethiopia Hablatamarium. I don't know what that is, who that is. You have the Lucian Charles Greenwich. I don't know who that is. You have Christina Coram or KK, who we're going to hear about later, which is Diddy's who is over Diddy's staff or his executive over his staff. You have Chalice Recording Studios, don't know who they are. Love Records, which is Diddy's record company. Motown Records, which is who Diddy worked for. Universal Music Group, y'all know who UMG is, okay? Combs Global Enterprises, which I guess is Diddy's Enterprises. And then you have a couple of Jane Does and John Does, but they give specifics. They give what's the word? Descriptives of who these John and Jane Does are, and we're going to get into that too. And then you have ABC Corporations. Okay, so ABC the corporation. All right. Now, this lawsuit is being filed by the plaintiff is Rodney Jones. He goes by Lil Rod. Okay, Lil Rod apparently has been working with Diddy for some time, and a lot of things have went down in this time, and Lil Rod is a little tad. Okay, so we about to get into this. So this is a lot. Okay, so the first story that they're talking about in here is about a shooting that happened at Chalice Recording Studios. I'm not going to get into that. You can read that on your own because that's not really the tea that we're here for. But basically, somebody was shot, and Diddy tried to cover it up, and Lil Rod is coming with the deets. Okay, so you can go check that out. I'm going to put the link to this lawsuit in the comments on Facebook and on YouTube when I get off of here. So if you want to go read it, you can read it yourself. Anywho, that's the first thing that they're talking about. Now, if we get into the next story, okay, because there's multiple different instances, occasions, events, situations that has happened that Mr. Jones, aka Lil Rod, is grabbing Diddy by the neck hairs about. Okay, so let's get into the juicy tea while we're all here. This one is called, and they have them all labeled so you know exactly what you're reading. This is Mr. Jones was sexually harassed and assaulted by Mr. Combs. That is the title or the heading of what we're about to go through. Now, it starts with saying, throughout his time living with Mr. Combs, Mr. Jones, which is Lil Rod, was the victim of constant, unsolicited, and unauthorized groping and touching of his anus by Mr. Combs. So this man's getting felt up. Okay, unsolicited and unauthorized, meaning against his will. Okay, you're touching me, you're filling me up, and I didn't ask for it. Okay, that's what that means. These events took place in LA, New York, Florida, and the United States Virgin Islands. So you just getting played with all over the globe. That's what's happening. That's crazy. In addition to the unsolicited and unauthorized touching, Mr. Jones was forced by Mr. Combs to work in Mr. Combs's bathroom as Mr. Combs walked around naked and showered in a clear glass enclosure. So not only are you feeling on my booty hole, unsolicited, because I didn't tell you to do that, I didn't ask for that, but you're making me work because he's living with, Lil Rod is living with P. Diddy at this time, and he's working for P. Diddy, okay? And you're making me work in your bathroom while you're showering and you're naked. It's very weird. It says, as a heterosexual, Christian man, Mr. Jones was uncomfortable with Mr. Combs' advances and expressed his discomfort to Mr. Combs' chief of staff, which is KK. Okay? KK responded to Lil Rod's complaint saying, "You know Sean will be Sean." Bitch, what the fuck does that mean? Sorry, Auntie, if you're still on here. What does that mean? Sean will be Sean. I'm telling you that your man is groping me and being, inappropriate and touching on me unsolicited, and you telling me Sean will be Sean. Funny business, okay? KK also attempted to downplay Mr. Combs' groping of Lil Rod's anus and genitals as friendly horseplay, stating that those acts was Mr. Combs' way of showing that he likes you. Excuse me, bitch? You telling me that you feel the need to play with my genitalia, which means my penis, and my anus, which is my booty hole, and that to me is supposed to tell me, oh, it's just horseplay, he likes me? When the fuck did sexual assault become horseplay? What is going on? Despite these assurances on several occasions, when Mr. Combs began to undress and walk around his house naked, KK would say, "Okay, I'm leaving now," and she would disappear. So when this weird nigga is walking around the house with his dick out, she get ghost because she already know what's going on. She already know to leave the room so P. Diddy can make his move. This is crazy. Now y'all see why I had to get on here, because I just couldn't read this shit by myself. This is wild. KK's hypocrisy is breathtaking at best or enabling at worst. Mr. Jones believes that KK aided and embedded Mr. Combs' sexual assault of him and was working with Mr. Combs to groom him into accepting a homosexual relationship. So these bitches is tag teaming. They working together. KK know P. Diddy want that booty, and she working with him to get it. What the hell is going on between the sheets inside my home? Okay, let's keep going. Through these sexual deviant acts, one would say Mr. Combs has a pattern and practice of engaging in such nefarious activity. This ongoing conduct shows that Mr. Combs cannot be rehabilitated. Okay, period. There is no helping this man. There is no helping this man. He just keep doing it and keep doing it and keep doing it. Okay? So the next section reads, Mr. Combs attempted to groom Mr. Jones into engaging in gay sex. Let's read. Mr. Combs was aware that Mr. Jones looked up to and idolized music producer Stephen Aaron Jordan, aka Stevie J. Now this is where it gets real juicy, y'all. Stay with me, okay? I feel like Ocho Cinco. Stay with me. Stevie J is an American DJ, record producer, and television personality. Stevie J was part of Bad Boy Records' production team, The Hitmen. In 1997, Stevie J won a Grammy Award for his work on Puff Daddy's debut album. Throughout the 1990s, Stevie J produced for several artists, including Mariah Carey, Tevin Campbell, The Notorious B.I.G., 112, Jodeci, Faith Evans, Jay-Z, and Eve. Stevie J was one of the producers on the Love album. Okay, the Love album is another one of P. Diddy's albums. Okay. Mr. Combs used access to Stevie J and his knowledge of Lil Rod's admiration of Stevie J to groom and entice Lil Rod to engage in homosexuality. Okay, it's about to get crazy. Mr. Combs went so far as to share a video of Stevie J anally penetrating a Caucasian male without a condom. I'm gonna run it back. Mr. Combs went so far as to share a video of Stevie J anally penetrating a Caucasian male without a condom. This was done to ease the mind of Mr. Jones' anxiety concerning homosexuality. According to Mr. Combs, this is a practice in the music industry. Look, even if Stevie J is doing it. So in order to get, I'm sorry, I'm y'all know I get loud when I get hyped. The Gemini in me just can't be quiet. In order to get Lil Rod to give you some of that booty, you gonna show him his idol getting a Caucasian man's booty? If I had pearls, I would clutch them. Mr. Combs informed Mr. Jones that he had engaged in sexual intercourse with rapper 5. Okay, and it says it's redacted. Now let's scroll down to the notes and read the description of who rapper 5 is. Rapper 5 is, it says he is a Philadelphia rapper who dated Nicki Minaj. That's who rapper 5 is. Now let's go back and read what they say about rapper 5. Mr. Combs informed Mr. Jones that he engaged in sexual intercourse with rapper 5. Not only did he engage with sexual intercourse with rapper 5, okay, who was from Philadelphia and dated Nicki Minaj, we know who that is. He also engaged in sexual intercourse with Stevie J, as well as R&B singer 6. Now let's go look at who R&B singer 6 is. He performed at the Super Bowl and had a successful Vegas residency. Who just did the damn Super Bowl, y'all? I don't forget about the weed. So he basically saying, hey, I done fuck Meek, allegedly. I done fuck Usher, allegedly. It ain't nothing. This is what we do. This is what we do in the game. That's what we do. Not only that. Mr. Combs informed Mr. Jones that he had sexual intercourse with rapper 5, R&B singer 6, and Stevie J. Mr. Combs promised to make sure that Mr. Jones wins Producer of the Year at the Grammys if he engaged in homosexuality. So when I be telling y'all that you gotta give some to get some in that industry, the proof is right here. He just promised this man a Grammy. He said, baby, if you give me a little bit of that booty, I'll make it worth your while. I will give you a Grammy. You don't gotta work for shit. I'm gonna give you the Grammy. Okay. The following screenshots of the video, of video 7, is of Stevie J anally penetrating a Caucasian male that Mr. Combs provided to Mr. Jones. So, baby, not only did Diddy tell this man that Stevie J had fucked this white man, baby, they got the video of it that they gave to the court, and they got the screenshots. They have the screenshots of the fucking video. They got this man on candy camera. Woo! Baby. When I told y'all that this year was not coming to play, this year's not coming to play, baby. Not only do they have word of mouth, they got the video. And they said, y'all don't have to believe we got the video or not, because here go the screenshots. Stevie! Stevie! Now I see why you was in the strip club, Stevie. Oh my God. Okay. Now that enough within itself is a whole lot going on. That's a whole lot going on. Okay? Because you basically telling me a lot was revealed in that. Number one, it shows you how the motherfucking industry works. It shows you that you can give up a little butt and get a Grammy. Okay? It shows you who holds the power or the access to these damn Grammys. Okay? It also shows you how many of these fake ass, hard ass niggas is really getting bent over or doing the bending. Okay? Cause Meek Millie, I don't know what the fuck going on with you, my boy. But now it makes sense why they was on your ass like that. Now it makes sense why we seen the motherfucking videos of you hopping like a bunny on a motherfucking tennis court when you lost to them Caucasian, them Jews. Okay, to them Caucasian people. They made you hop like a bunny. It makes sense. It makes sense why Diddy kept calling your ass daddy. Okay, when you was in that pool and you was having a good old time and you had your legs crossed with the french fries on your legs. I know y'all remember that shit. And Diddy was like, you deserve it, daddy. Now we know why. I just want to know who was on top, who's on the bottom. That's the tea I need. The fuck? Okay, now let's go to the next thing. Now this next one is basically saying that Lil Rod, Mr. Jones, was also sexually assaulted by Young Miami's cousin. Child, throw the whole damn computer away. Okay, on Thanksgiving Day 2022, Mr. Jones was in Mr. Combs' house located in Miami, Florida. Young Miami and her female cousins were also present. Mr. Combs was intoxicated and offered cocaine to Mr. Jones. So we know y'all coked out. Mr. Jones rejected him and proceeded to walk to the restroom. While using the restroom, Young Miami's cousin burst into the bathroom and began groping Mr. Jones. Mr. Jones believes that Mr. Combs sent her in there to sexually assault him. As she entered the bathroom, she dropped to her knees and began performing oral sex on Mr. Jones' exposed penis. Mr. Jones pushed her away and exited the bathroom. Young Miami's cousin did not accept Mr. Jones' rejection as she proceeded to follow Mr. Jones out of the bathroom. She started undressing and attempted to straddle him and have sex with him in the presence of Mr. Combs and his staff. God. Once again, Mr. Jones pushed her off. The following images from a video of Young Miami, her cousin, Mr. Jones, and Mr. Combs. Mr. Jones and Mr. Combs on Thanksgiving Day, right before Mr. Combs invites Mr. Jones into the restroom and attempted to force him to take cocaine. And then the second picture is Young Miami and her female cousin who sexually assaulted Mr. Jones. Baby, when I say they got receipts, they got receipts. I don't know if y'all can see that good. They not fucking playing. They got receipts. They got video evidence. They don't need no pictures. Okay, they're not using photos. These are just screenshots of video evidence. Okay, and the hoe is there ready to try to suck this man off, and he don't want that. After Diddy just try to get him some cocaine. Y'all know Diddy, it go both ways. Okay, Diddy like D and titties. He like both of them. And he really like you if you a D with titties. Okay, catch my drift. Okay. Anywho, the next one is called Trafficking and Victims Protection Act. let's go into this. Throughout his time with Mr. Combs, Mr. Jones was transported from California to New York, Florida, and the United States Virgin Islands. During this time, Mr. Jones was forced to solicit sex workers and perform acts to the pleasure of Mr. Combs. On or about February 4th, 2023, Mr. Combs forced Mr. Jones to bring prostitutes and sex workers back to his home in Miami, Florida. Okay? And again, photo evidence. Okay, they're not playing with y'all ass. The sex workers that Mr. Combs forced Mr. Jones to bring back to his home. On or about February 2nd, 2023, the incident, Mr. Jones believes Mr. Combs drugged him. Mr. Jones, this is Lil Rod, recalls waking up naked, dizzy, and confused. He was in bed with 2 sex workers and Mr. Combs. He also recalls aimlessly wandering around the house with no clothes on. So these motherfuckers is being drugged up. This is how he woke up. I don't know if y'all can see. It's a person laying right here. Right there. Sex worker. Okay. He was snapping these pictures. One thing about Lil Rod might have stayed a little too long. Okay, because Lil Rod, you should have been left when all this freaky deaky weird shit was going on. But he got the motherfucking evidence. That's one thing about him. He got these pictures and he got this evidence. And I love that for him. Okay, because ain't no denying no goddamn photo. On another occasion in Miami, Florida, on Thanksgiving night of 2022, Mr. Combs asked Mr. Jones and DeForest Taylor to enter the studio bathroom. He asked them for a $100 bill because he wanted them to do cocaine with him. Mr. Jones was scared, but luckily he didn't have a $100 bill, so Mr. Combs waited a little later to do coke with Young Miami. Ooh! So we already know y'all do that powder. We've been knew that y'all was on the powder, but it's the fact that y'all was trying to lie to us about the fact that y'all be doing the powder. Okay, we've been knowing y'all was powder heads. I mean, that's weed for the rich. Okay, powder is the weed for the rich. So most of these motherfuckers is coked out. You know, it just is what it is. And Young Miami is a young cokehead, and that's just the truth. Allegedly. Okay. Later that evening, he required Mr. Jones to solicit sex workers from Booby Trap on the river, located, and they get an address, 3615 Northwest South River Drive, Miami, Florida. Mr. Jones did so, and Mr. Combs forced him to engage in unsolicited sex acts with these workers. This is what I got. Okay, y'all see that? Booty trap on the river. Baby, I didn't even... What the fuck is booby trap on the river? I don't... Whatever. As a part of Mr. Jones' sex worker recruitment tools, Mr. Combs provided Mr. Jones with an exclusive bad boy baseball cap and required him to wear it to booby trap on the river as a signal to any sex worker he approached that Mr. Combs was in town and had sent Mr. Jones to recruit him. So hold on, let's break this down and get into this tea, right? Because I told y'all, they always say symbolism will be their downfall, right? They use so many different ways to recruit and to, you know, speak that sexual weird ass language without saying shit. This motherfucker Diddy gave this motherfucker a baseball cap. This is a regular ass hat. But the fact that it is a specific hat, the motherfuckers in there know, oh, that's P. Diddy, man. He with Diddy. So let's go ahead and set him up and send him a couple of girls or boys or thems or theys. Okay? Because y'all know how Diddy do. Okay? Diddy don't choose. He like it all. Mr. Jones had no desire to visit Booby Trap on the River. Okay, that name is just really taking me out. Mr. Jones had no desire to solicit sex workers from booby trap on the river. Mr. Jones used his power and Mr. Combs, used his power and influence to intimidate and force Mr. Jones into soliciting sex workers from booby trap on the river. As detailed below, Mr. Combs used many tactics to maintain dominion and control of Mr. Jones. Apparently, these sex workers were accustomed to servicing Mr. Combs and would know that he is in town by the sight of his baseball cap. The following are Instagram profiles of 2 sex workers that Mr. Combs required Mr. Jones to have sex with at his home in Miami, Florida. These are the 2 bitches or bitch bros. I don't know. Y'all know these hoes get surgery. Okay? We don't know what they are. We see a high-ass belly button, so okay, if you know, you know. Anywho, Mr. Jones had no desire to solicit and or have sex with the individuals in the previous paragraph. Mr. Jones used his power and influence to intimidate and force Mr. Jones into soliciting and sleeping with these women. The following is the phone number and the phone number of another sex worker that Mr. Combs required Mr. Jones to solicit and perform sexual acts with at his Miami home. So this is just a screenshot of a number. It don't show the number. The number's redacted. Mr. Jones had no desire to solicit or have sex with the individual in the previous paragraphs. Okay, cool. Mr. Combs used many tactics to maintain dominion and control over Mr. Jones. He promised him a Grammy for Producer of the Year for the Love album. He offered him $250,000 to purchase all of the instruments he wanted, because Mr. Jones is also a producer, right? He promised him ownership of his $20 million property, Star Island, in Miami, Florida. He promised access to record label executives like defendants Lucien Charles Greenwich in Ethiopia, whoever. Okay, I'm gathering that these are label executives that are also in this lawsuit being sued. Mr. Combs would often switch up his approach. He would go from promising Mr. Jones the world to threatening Mr. Jones with physical harm. Mr. Combs threatened to eat Mr. Jones's face and inform Mr. Jones that he is willing to kill his mother, Janice Combs, if he must, in order to get what he wants. So he wouldn't think twice to harm Mr. Jones. This man said, I killed my mother, so why the fuck when I do nothing to you? Bitch, what? What in the motherfucker do you mean? Why would you do that? Okay. The next passage, because I feel like we're on a fucking journey. Mr. Combs and Jay Combs, which is Justin Combs, solicit drugs and engage in illicit sex acts with minors and sex workers. This is what we're about to get into now. On or about July 2nd, 2023 in California, Mr. Combs had a listening party at his house. Present at this party was an R&B artist, 9. Okay, so let's look at who R&B artist 9 is. He is the Grammy Award-winning R&B singer who had trouble with law enforcement after assaulting a Bayesian billionaire. If you don't know what Bayesian or Bayesian, whatever you want to say, those are the people from Barbados. So this is a Grammy Award-winning R&B singer who had trouble with the law and assaulted a bitch from Barbados. Now, who the fuck is that? Chris Brown. Okay, anyway, so let's go back to it. So, present at this party was R&B artist number 9, who we know is CB, allegedly. Jay Combs, which is Justin Combs, which is his son, Diddy's son, sex workers, and some underage girls. The event began at 7 p.m. Mr. Combs requested female sex workers and required Mr. Jones to solicit them. An hour later, several sex workers appeared. In addition to sex workers, there were at least 5 women in the crowd that were under the age of 16. Under the age of 16, meaning none of them were 16 years old. Mr. Combs forced all of the women to drink laced De Leon liquor. So this motherfucker is lacing his liquor. Now, sidebar. What's the man name from Stump the Yard? The main character. I forget his name. That married superhead. I just seen a video of him doing an interview saying that he took a shot at one of Diddy's parties, and the shot that they gave him made him start feeling woozy and lightheaded and feeling weird. So this motherfucker has a track record of spiking his liquor. So he is literally spiking his own shit and then giving it to people. Upon information and belief, Mr. Combs laced the liquor with ecstasy. So he trying to get these motherfuckers freaky. Mr. Combs did not check the identification of these underage girls. The presence of these underage women made Mr. Jones very uncomfortable. I'm sorry, Mr. Combs didn't check the age, right? The presence of these underage girls made Mr. Jones, which is Lil Rod, which is the person whose lawsuit this is, very uncomfortable. He attempted to leave, and Mr. Combs forced him to stay. Mr. Combs went so far as to take Mr. Jones's car keys to prevent him from leaving. After being forced to drink laced De Leon shots, Mr. Jones began feeling lightheaded and recalls passing out and waking up at 4 a.m. the following morning, naked with a sex worker sleeping next to him. Screenshots of a video from that night is embedded below. Now, these screenshots, the first one is Combs with an underage female. The second one is underage female. The third one is a sex worker. And the last one is Justin Combs with a little girl. Okay. Again, they not playing with y'all. They not playing. All right, let's see. Okay. Now, Mr. Combs attempts, this is the next one. Mr. Combs attempts to pass off Mr. Jones to Cuba Gooding Jr. Bitch. Let me get comfortable. All right, Mr. Jones believes that Mr. Combs was grooming him to pass him off to his friends. The fear became reality when Mr. Combs introduced Mr. Jones to Cuba Gooding Jr. while they were on Mr. Combs' yacht. During the introduction, Mr. Combs suggested that Cuba get to know, they had that in quotes, get to know Mr. Jones better. He then left them alone in a makeshift studio on the yacht. And just so y'all know they not lying, he go Diddy and Cuba Gooding Jr. on the motherfucking yacht. Period. All right. As evidenced by a video of which screenshots are embedded below, Cuba Gooding Jr. began touching, groping, and fondling Mr. Jones' leg, upper inner thighs near his groin, the small of his back near his butt, and his shoulders. Mr. Jones was extremely uncomfortable and proceeded to lean away from Mr. Gooding Jr. He rejected his advances, and Mr. Gooding Jr. did not stop until Mr. Jones forcibly pushed him away. The following is a screenshot of the encounter that they had. Look at this. Look at how on this man he is. Look at this. He not lying. Get the fuck off me. Why is you on me like that? And you looking into my eyes real sexual and shit like you really want to do me. What in the and who is the dumbass taking pictures of the crimes? That's what I want to know. Who is the idiot that's like, yeah, let's get this moment on camera. Let's snap this freaky shit going on. Okay, because they need to be fired. They need to be exiled off the island. Because bitch, you recording. I mean, it worked out. But damn. I mean, you just gave them the whole proof in the pudding right here. All right. Next one this is about the Love album. Okay. So throughout his time with Mr. Combs, Mr. Jones was under an implied work for hire agreement. He was not compensated for his time living with Mr. Combs or for the songs that he produced. As evidence, he was listed as a producer for the following songs on the Love album's final release. Okay, we don't care. Mr. Combs and defendant LR, MR, and UMG all benefited from Mr. Jones' work product. They failed to compensate him for his work, and as a result, Mr. Combs and the defendants, LR, MR, and UMG, were all unjustly enriched at the expense of Mr. Jones. So that means that they just got paid real good, and this nigga didn't get shit, but it was his work. Mr. Jones attempted to work with Mr. Combs to secure his publishing and royalty rights for the work he completed on the Love album. Mr. Combs only offered him $29,000 for 13 months, thousands of hours of work, and 9 songs that made it to the album. Ironically, Mr. Jones was willing to only take $50,000 for his publishing and royalties. Mr. Combs' self-serving greed would not allow him to pay the additional $2,100. Mr. Combs' deceptive business practices became so bad that Mr. Jones was left with no other choice than to make a public plea on social media for Mr. Combs to pay him for his work. After publicly requesting Mr. Combs to do the right thing and pay him fairly, Mr. Jones received an onslaught of threatening messages from Stevie J and Love Records A&R DeForest Taylor. So the screenshot says apparently he calls him and he don't answer. So apparently DeForest Taylor calls Mr. Jones, which is Lil Rod, and says, "You playing?" And Lil Rod's like, "I'm in the studio." So then he sends him another couple of texts months later, it looks like, because the first text is December 8th, and then it goes to February 3rd. It says, you a 100% liar and weirdo. Good luck. Number still the same. Running 2 niggas. Come talk to me in public or on a podcast, on a public podcast and forum. That's just what the screenshot says. Nothing more than that. Mr. Combs used his power and influence to threaten and intimidate Mr. Jones. According to Mr. Jones, Mr. Combs is very forceful and demanding. Mr. Combs does not like to take no for an answer and would often threaten to inflict bodily harm on Mr. Jones if he did not comply with his demands. On another occasion, while standing in Mr. Combs' bedroom, Mr. Jones was forced to watch as Mr. Combs displayed his guns and bragged about getting away with shooting people. Mr. Combs shared that he was responsible for the shooting in the nightclub in New York City with rapper Shine. So if y'all remember or heard about back in the day in 99, when the rapper Shine had got locked up, okay, because Diddy framed him saying that he was the one who shot at this nightclub and ended up shooting this lady in the face. Okay, now the lady who got shot in the face from jump been telling motherfuckers that she seen with her own eyes Diddy shooting her. Okay, y'all can go and look on TikTok. You can go look on YouTube and find this lady right now in February 2024 talking about how she knew from jump. She saw this motherfucker shoot her. And he paid everybody off in the club to lie and say that's not what happened. Okay? He shared that the artist, Mr. Combs' girlfriend at the time, J-Lo, Jennifer Lopez, carried the gun into the club for him and passed him the gun after he got into an altercation with another individual. Period. My neck just cracked. The shooting in Chalice Recording Studios confirmed Mr. Combs' statements. These statements reinforced Mr. Jones' fear of Combs and strengthened Mr. Combs' dominion and control over him. Mr. Jones was terrified of Mr. Combs. He felt like he couldn't tell him no. Mr. Combs consistently made it clear that he has immense power in the music industry and law enforcement. Mr. Combs made it clear that his head of security, Fahim Muhammad, or Mr. Muhammad, had the power to make people and problems disappear. We know, Diddy. We know. We know you be getting niggas up out of here. We are very much so aware. Bitch. Okay. Mr. Combs instructs his staff to always have contact with Mr. Muhammad if they ever get pulled over by the police in Miami or California. Upon information and belief, Mr. Muhammad spoke with the LAPD after G was shot at CRS, and the LAPD was in CRS, witnessed the blood in the restroom, and they went with the bogus claim that the shooting of G occurred outside of the studio. This was all thanks to Mr. Muhammad's connections with law enforcement. Mr. Jones had no reason to disbelieve Mr. Combs, as he had seen firsthand through the shooting of G that subsequent silence of the LAPD and the media that Mr. Combs indeed had the power to harm him. The LAPD spends hours in CRS after the shooting of G, yet there were no arrests. The morning of the shooting, Mr. Jones and several others arrived at CRS, and G's blood was still on the floor in the restroom. So that goes back to the first shooting that I didn't read about, that y'all can read about later on. Let's see. I'm trying to see if there's anything else that y'all would know about that is worth going over, because it's a couple pages. Like this shit is like 73 pages long. And if you think Poca about to sit here and read all this, she is not. Okay? Poca barely then rode this J. I done forgot all about the weed. Okay, anywho. Let's see. I'm skimming through this now just to see if there's anything else that's worth reading at this point, because again, I'm going to be sending you guys, putting this in the comments section so you guys can read it for yourself. They saying KK, who is again over Diddy's staff, is the Ghislaine Maxwell to Sean Combs, like Jeffrey Epstein. So she basically is, the Ghislaine to Diddy. That is fucking crazy. Let's see. So it looked like these motherfuckers. I'm trying to skim y'all just to make sure it's something that's worth reading. Cause I didn't even get through the whole thing before I hopped on here. It was just too much. It was too good in the beginning. I just made an executive decision, just got the fuck on here and didn't read the rest yet. But obviously these motherfuckers is in a RICO case as well. For, it looked like they had ecstasy. They got cocaine, ecstasy, or was distributing cocaine, ecstasy, ketamine, marijuana, and mushrooms to Diddy on his yacht. Baby, when I say they got so many pictures in this goddamn thing, it's really ridiculous. Just pictures and proof and pictures. Shush. At the end of the day, now I know it mentioned Chris Brown, but it didn't say that Chris Brown did anything. It just said that he was present at this party. That doesn't mean that he did. It doesn't mean that he did it, but it does mean he was in the vicinity. He was there. He was present. Okay, he was mentioned being on location while these young underage girls is there. Okay, offering themselves to these men, or being sold to the highest bidder, or being exchanged for whatever work, sex work they're gonna be doing. Okay, it seems as if also that, you know, KK, which is Diddy's head of staff, um is helping him do a lot of weird shit. Okay, helping him do a lot of weird shit, a lot of sexual shit, a lot of underage shit, a lot of drug shit, a lot of wild shit. Okay, let's see. They got some more stuff here about him being touched on, or Diddy trying to touch on him. Baby, this is just wild. Wow. So, I mean, the thing about this whole thing is, like, a lot of stuff is repeating now. The closer I get to the bottom of this document, it's like they're just going over again what has already been described above. But again, I'm gonna put it in the comments for y'all to read on your own time. But it's just really giving me very much. We already knew this. You understand? We already knew this shit. We already knew that Diddy was one of them weird wild ones. We already knew that, you know, he really didn't give a fuck. Okay, and just did what he want. We already knew that he had been mentioned, you know, in a lot of underage situations. We already knew he'd been mentioned in a lot of homosexual situations. We already knew who this motherfucker was. This isn't really new news to us. If anything, I think the shocking part of it all is that it's finally coming out, because this man has done so much in his career to cover up the weird ass shit that he's been doing, and he's been getting getting away with it for so motherfucking long. But now, you know, people that motherfuckers don't give a fuck. This is the age of Aquarius. We are officially, like I've been telling y'all, we are officially moving into the actual age of Aquarius. So we've been in like a shadow period since like 2018, 2019, 2020-ish. So like a shadow period. We officially, like, full-fledged into the age of Aquarius at this point, and the information can no longer be held back. If there is knowledge, if there is information, if there is anything that needs to be known, oh baby, it's going to be out there. This is not a age of secrets. The age of secrets is gone. The age of illusions, Pisces, that shit is fucking gone. We are now in the age of information, the age of knowledge, and the age of facts. What can you show me? What are the facts? And these motherfuckers got facts. They got pictures. They got videos. They got phone numbers. They got locations. They got addresses. They got names. They got places. They got everything. Everything they need to take this motherfucker down. Baby, they got it. They got it. They got it. And the fact that they had video evidence and video proof of half of this shit, what can you do? Okay, what can you do with that? When a motherfucker got you on candy camera, what the fuck can you do but smile? That's all you can goddamn do. Cause they Diddy, you're going down. You're going down. And the thing about motherfuckers like Diddy is not gonna, number one, go down without a fight. And he's number two, not gonna go down without dragging other people down with him. So this is about to open up a box of motherfucking worms, and you better know it and you better believe it. He's not going to just go and be labeled all of these things and be held accountable for all of these things and it just be him by himself. It's not fucking happening. Okay? He's going to take everybody with him. He's going to start name dropping and singing like a motherfucking canary. Probably to try to get some time off, or probably to try to get some type of leniency or something. Or just because he's a sore fucking loser, right? And he just don't want to go down without a fight, and he just don't want to be the only one that is being dragged around in the mud. But the reality is, Most motherfuckers don't fuck with this man. Most motherfuckers knew what type of shit he was on. We, as the collective, knew what type of shit he was on, and we're not even in Hollywood. We don't even get down. We not making none of that money. We not seeing none of those award shows. We not behind the scenes. We not on the yacht. We not in the secret bathrooms and clubs and studio sessions. We not none of that. But we already knew Diddy was freaky deaky. Okay, we already knew that he liked playing in booty holes. We already knew that he liked boys. And always asking grown ass men if they want to party with him. What in the motherfucker? The only person that probably ain't do shit with Diddy is 50 Cent. And that's because 50 stay on Diddy's ass. Okay? Stays on his motherfucking ass and don't let up. That's probably the only motherfucker out here who can say they not scared of this motherfucker and they ain't never had nothing happen to them from this motherfucker. Everybody else is questionable. And you gotta think about it like this. How many people's dream is to be a part of, you know, of the hip-hop world or the music industry? Like, this is people's literal dream. Like, this is their, like, I eat, sleep, and breathe this music shit. This man, Lil Rod, came to live with Diddy thinking like, oh my God, I get to live with one of the biggest music moguls, right? I get to work with, some of the people that I've always wanted to work with. I get to make music. My music wins, awards. Okay? And the whole time, you got to fight Diddy off your ass. You just here to make a little bit of music. You just here to throw some beats around. Okay? You just here to hit the motherfucking... hit the track and put some 808s on there and some claps and some snaps. That's all you here for. But now you got to be watching your back every 5 seconds because this man Diddy's trying to jump on that ass. He's trying to jump on that ass. He's trying to get you comfortable with doing a little bit of gay shit every now and again. If I'm here to produce music, why the fuck am I in your bathroom and you booty butt hole naked in the goddamn shower looking at me, looking at you, looking at me? What the fuck is going on? Why do I need to be in here? You can't wash your ass by yourself? You can't take 15, 20 minutes to wash your ass and then come back downstairs and get back to me? What the fuck? And ain't no way you could have paid me to stay in that motherfucking house with Diddy after all of the shit that he done been in the news for. Bitch, no. I don't give a fuck if he tried to offer that man a $20 million home in Miami for him to give him a little bit of butt. That don't even make sense. Are we using our brains right now? Let's just think about it. Ain't nobody's booty hole worth $20 million. Nobody's booty hole is worth $20 million. I don't know what the fuck is we talking about? I don't know what the fuck is we talking about right now? Is it just me? Like, the math is not mathing. Whose booty is worth $20 million? This man's telling you he gonna get you a Grammy and give you ownership of his $20 million mansion in Miami if you just give him a little booty every now and again. How the fuck is this man's booty worth $20 million? The math is not mathing. Either Diddy is just a weirdo and just be saying shit, or he really value booty. I don't know what the fuck is going on. I'm very confused. It's all very confusing to me. Because I don't even think my booty is worth $20 million. And I think I gotta, well, first of all, Poca don't do that. Poca don't do that. But, shit, 20 mil? What the fuck is going on? That don't even make sense. That don't even go together. Child, listen. Y'all go read that bullshit for yourself. Okay? Read it for yourself. Sit amongst your peers. Read it out loud. You know what I'm saying? But this is a mess. This is a mess. They saying he got hit with the Freako. Not the Rico. They say he got hit with the Freako. Because Diddy be on that freaky shit. And there's no better title. This is definitely a Freako case. This is not a Rico case. This is a Freako case. What the fuck is wrong with you? And who owns Boobies by the River? What the fuck is that shit name? shit called Titties by the River. What is it called? Boobies on the river. Booby trap on the river. Something with titties on the river. I don't fucking know. Who named it? Is it a strip club or did you just go there and buy pussy? What's happening? Is it a prostitute club? I've never heard of no boobies on the river. What the fuck is this? What are y'all doing in Miami? In Miami, you letting your cousin just freak off on these niggas? And then y'all done drugged that man and he woke up next to them two prostitutes and Diddy ass. Diddy probably was all up in that man's booty hole and he just laid out, just unconscious. Just unconscious, don't even know what the fuck going on. And he wake up. Probably sore. I can only imagine the motherfucking pictures Diddy ass got. We need to run his laptop. Y'all need to run his laptop. Y'all need to run his phones. Or laptops, plural, phones, plural. Hard drives, plural. Y'all need to run all of that. Y'all need to subpoena all of that. Subpoena all that man's technology. His home cameras. All that. Somebody sign a warrant and subpoena all that. We need the home footage of all of these houses. LA, New York, Miami, wherever the fuck else y'all went. We need all of the video evidence. We need all that. Run it. So we can see. So we can watch that shit back and see what the fuck type freaky shit y'all in here on. Because number one, y'all in here fucking on them kids, allegedly. Okay? Why the fuck is y'all throwing parties and not checking them motherfucking IDs? What in the 2024? What? Don't piss me off. Ain't no way if let's just think from a logical, professional perspective. If I am a huge mogul and my name means everything and my brand means everything and I get paid based off of these names and these brands, you best believe I'm checking everybody's ID. What the fuck? I'm checking everybody's ID and I need somebody who an inside man who can run your name through the motherfucking court system because fake IDs are a thing. I need all of that. First of all, I wouldn't if I'm Diddy age. Okay, this motherfucker damn near 50, if not 50. If I'm Diddy age, number one, you can't be under 25 coming to my parties because what type of weird ass shit is that? I'm damn near somebody's whole grandfather, somebody's whole uncle, somebody's whole elder, and you think I'm gonna have a motherfucker party where anybody that's gonna be in their teens period is gonna show up or they early 20s? No, babe. This gonna be a 25 and over. Shit, 30 and over. The fuck is you here for? Just to eliminate the possibility of some shit going left. You telling me you got all this money, but you not setting none of these things in place to protect yourself? That lets me know that number one, you comfortable doing the weird shit you doing because you know you're not gonna get in trouble for it, or you've been doing it for so long that you know how to finesse it. Okay? Number two, it lets me know that you like doing whatever the weird shit is that you like fucking doing. You don't see nothing wrong with that shit. This is your jam. This is what you do. And then KK, you supposed to be over the motherfucking staff from what it sounds like to me. You basically his chief of staff. Chief of staff, or that's what your job title is. Chief of staff, if you think about the chief of staff to the president, that's basically the president's right-hand man. That means you see what I don't see, you hear what I don't hear, you do what I need to do or forget to do or don't think to do. You have my back 5,000 times over. That's what the fuck that means. Bitch, you're not doing your job. You're not doing, or maybe you are doing your job. Because your job is obviously to go out here and get little freak hoes and little kids and prostitutes and straight men. Why is Diddy so obsessed with turning straight men? We in a whole industry of transsexuals and homosexuals that are out in the open. This is why I believe that he really is in relationship with Saucy Santana. You can't motherfucking pay me to think that he like fucking on Miami more than he like fucking on Santana, allegedly. You can't fucking pay me to think that shit. That's his motherfucking boyfriend, allegedly. You can't pay me to think otherwise. Cause you like booty. You like booty. So you can't pay me to think that you wouldn't go get that type of booty neither. Come on now. Let's be so fucking for real. And he is flamboyant. He is with the shit. BBL and all. Come on now. That's easy. Why don't you just go get that? If that's what you like. He like turning straight man. I need to smoke. And possibly go throw up in the corner. This is too much. And Cuba! Hold on, before I leave. Cuba! First of all, where the fuck you been? We ain't seen you since Snow Dogs and Fighting Temptations. That's number one. Where the fuck you been? What you been doing radio? Okay? We don't know what the fuck you been doing. Obviously, you been over here fucking on niggas. Why is you filling that man up? You not even no producer. You don't do nothing in the music industry. Why is you whispering in that man's ear with the laptop in front of y'all like you trying to help him with the beats? You don't even make music, Cuba. What the fuck is you there for? You all in that man's ear just pillow talking him. This man just came off the cut, just being freaky, like, child, I done had enough for the day. This is blowing my fuse. Do you understand me? I am overstimulated. Listen, Cuba was definitely most definitely not fighting temptation. He was most definitely not fighting temptation. He was engaging in that temptation, but he was definitely most not fighting that temptation. Okay, he was getting wild with the dogs. Okay, he was playing in the snow, and not the bunny snow, not the bunny snow. Okay, just powder and booty holes. That's all these niggas care about. Powder and booty holes. Child, get me off this thing. I need to go smoke. I love y'all. Hopefully y'all got something out of this. Hopefully, I don't know what you could get out of this other than confirmation that this motherfucker been weird. I don't know what else would help. But I'll talk to y'all tonight. Make sure y'all tune in to Throne Talk tonight with me, myself, and Empress A. Make sure you head over to Throne Talk and subscribe and watch, get caught up with our other content. I gotta declutter my mind. I feel like I need to sage my whole crown chakra because I just honestly cannot. Love and light to y'all. I will see y'all later on tonight. Have a good one. And I'm gonna post this shit in the comments, so it should be there in like a second or two. Peace.